Welcome to Coding Introduction Part 2. Today we will be learning how to make an object and giving it velocity in code.org editor. So let's get into it. So as you can see, this is Game Lab in code.org editor. Those who don't know what code.org is, you can check my previous video Coding Introduction Part 1 in which I have briefly explained what code.org editor is. So let's start coding our object and giving it velocity. So for making an object, we will have to declare a variable. In the sense, in programming, we say a variable is a value that can change depending on conditions or on information passed to the program. It can store values and numbers. So first we will be declaring a variable. Instead of typing, the easiest way is that you can see here so many codes already written, right? Yeah, so for first declaring a variable, we will have to go to sprites, which is present here, or you can even go to groups. Here you can see different codes written here, controls, variables, everything is there. So first we'll have to go to variables. For declaring a variable, we'll have to go to var x written over here. You can drag it and drop it as I do it now here. You can drag and drop it over here. Instead of the x, we will give some name. Here I'm gonna give ball. Ball is a good one. So ball, instead of x, we are changing it into ball. Now we are going to create the variable that we have created just now. So for creating the variable, we'll have to go to sprites. First itself we can see var sprite equal to create sprite, and it's a function. So we'll just drag it and drop it in the second line. Yeah, that's good. Now instead of sprite in the sense it is object over here. So instead of sprite, we are going to write the first variable that we have declared, that is ball. So var ball, then we are creating the sprite. Now inside these two circle brackets, we are going to pass four values. The first two is already given, that is 200, 200. Here this 200 means it is the x-axis, and this 200 means it is the y-axis. X-axis means the horizontal line and the y-axis means the vertical line. So 200 means 200 of the x-axis means it will come somewhere over here at the center. Y also, it will come somewhere at the center over here. Now we have to pass the next parameter, that is the length of the object that we are going to give. So the length we can give something like a 20, and breadth also will be giving it as a 20. Both sides equal means it is going to be a square. So yeah, that's it, that we are going to create the object. Now for drawing the object in the canvas, we'll have to give a function inside the draw function, which is already present here. Inside the draw function, we are going to give another function called draw sprites. Draw sprites, which will be present inside world. So when we go to world, we will see the second code that is written draw sprites. It's a function that will be dragging and putting inside the draw function. So let's drag it and drop it inside the sixth line. Yeah, so this draw sprites means it will draw the things that which we are giving or coding inside or outside the draw function. It will draw it in the canvas if we run it. So without draw sprites, we won't be able to see anything inside the canvas. So I won't be going plain. I will be just giving it some background color. The canvas color I will be giving. So for giving the background color, we will have to write background, and you will have to give two circle brackets like this. Inside that you can pass the color. As you all know, color is a string, so it should be written inside double quotes. I will be giving it as light blue maybe. Yeah, light blue. So that if you are giving background as light blue, the color of the canvas will be light blue. So now let's run it and test it whether it's working or not. And don't forget to put semicolon after every line. Semicolon is the most important thing which we will be using in code.org. Yeah, so let's run it and see. We'll have to go here, run. After playing it, you can see a square, right? This is called an object that we created over here. Bar ball, create sprite, that is called an object. Now this object, if it is staying still, it is very boring, right? So we'll be giving it velocity. Velocity in the sense means the object will be moving here and there. Yeah. So let's create this object in the sense of moving here and there. Okay. So for giving velocity to the object, we will have to go to sprites, and there you will be able to see sprite.velocity x, sprite.velocity y. So we can drag the sprite.velocity x after the line in which we are creating the sprite. So after dragging it there, instead of sprite, we are going to give the variable name. Our variable name is ball. So we can give it ball instead of sprite. Then velocity x. Now we have to give a value for the velocity, right? Value means velocity, it will be speed. How much speed we have to give? So the speed we can give it as 2. Here positive 2 means it will go to the right. If you are giving it negative means it will go to the left. Here x means it will only move towards the right and the left. It won't go up and down. So ball dot velocity x, I am giving it as negative 2. So negative 2 means it will go towards the left. I want it to go towards the right also. So I will be giving it velocity y. We'll have to drag it and drop it. Instead of sprite, we are going to write it as ball. So it is x, okay? Yeah, so I'm gonna give it as positive 2. Now don't forget to give the semicolon. That is the most important thing, or else your entire code will be showing an error. Yeah, so now let's test it and see whether the velocity is working or not in the object. So for that we'll have to reset it, then run it again. Yeah, now you can see that the ball is moving towards the right, right? Yeah, but don't you feel it weird because the object has disappeared from the canvas? No, that should not happen, right? The ball should be inside the canvas itself. So there should be a boundary or a defensive wall in the edges, right? So we are going to create the edges so that the ball will bounce back and will be surrounding in the canvas itself. It won't go out of the canvas. So there is a code called create edges, which will be creating edges. Here there is no edges, that's why the object is going out of the canvas. So we are going to create edges. So for that we will have to go to world, and there you will be able to see create edge, create edge sprites, okay? Or else you can go to sprites also because it is a sprite, right? Yeah. So here you will be able to see create edge sprites. So you can drag it and drop it. But this should be there inside the draw function, right? Because this edge sprites should be seen inside the canvas. So whatever should be seen in the canvas should be written inside the draw function. So this canvas edges are inside the canvas itself. So it should be given inside the draw function. So drag it and drop it inside the draw function before create sprites. Before draw sprites, we will have to go to create edge sprites. Okay. So this what this does means it will create the edges so that the ball will not go out of the canvas. Here there is one problem because when we run it, you can see that the ball is going out of the canvas. Why do you think so it is? Because we are not giving the function called bounce off. Because if it bounces only,
it will come back to the canvas, right? Yeah, so we are going to give it a bounce off function so that it will go touch the edges and it will come back. So yeah, it will be present inside sprites itself. As you can see, it is written sprites dot bounce off target. So we'll be dragging it and putting it after the edge sprites. Instead of sprite, we have to write our variable name, that is ball, and the target should be edges, all the four edges. So we'll be writing it as edges. It will be already present. Yeah, now you can see that the ball will go hit the edges and it will bounce back towards the canvas. Let's see. So run it, and now you can see that the ball is bouncing off the edge and it is going back, right? Yeah. Now I can give it velocity y also and see if it is going up and down. Yeah, so velocity y also I'm going to give ball. Our sprite name is ball, so we are giving it as ball. The same value itself I am giving. Here if we put -2, that means it will go up, and here if we put +2, it will go down. Okay, so colon is a must. Then let's run it. Yeah, see, now as you can see, the direction is like a crossword, right? Yeah, so the ball is hitting the edges and going backwards, so this is called bouncing off. So we have made an object here, that is create sprite. Then we gave the ball velocity. Even we gave the canvas color as light blue. Then we have drawn the sprites. Let's see if this draw sprites was not there, what would have happened. So I'm cutting off the draw sprites and let's run it. As you can see, only the canvas color is there. Where is the object? Where is the velocity of the object? Nothing is seen. See? So draw sprites is a must. If draw sprites is there, it will draw whatever we have written inside the draw function.
Yeah, and that's all. Don't you think making an object and giving it velocity is too easy? Yeah, I also think so. It's very easy. If you start learning the basics, it's very easy to make basic 2D games. So I hope you all understood today's concept. More information about basic 2D games will be there in Coding Introduction Part 3. So stay tuned. Bye!